Welcome to the Pilot Partner training video on the CFI Dashboard. In today's training video, we will cover the high-level topics on how to set up your account to enable the CFI Dashboard, how to add some students to your logbook, and how the electronic signature system works with the CFI Dashboard. There are several different options, so let's dive into it. The first step is to create a Pilot Partner account, just like you would any other account. Collect your username, email address, first name, last name, passwords, and addresses, and we will create a new Pilot Partner account. Once your new account is created, go up to your name and click My Account. Under the My Account page, there is a Enable CFI Dashboard button. Click that button, and you'll have the ability to change your name. This name is the name that will display to other students and to the public, so if you need to correct your name, do so here. Next, we'll ask for your CFI number. Your CFI number is your FAA certificate number for your flight instructor. Type that in, and then enter the expiration date of your CFI. The great thing here is Pilot Partner will remember your CFI number and your expiration date, so that way every time you do an electronic signature, you will not have to re-sign that or re-enter that number. Pilot Partner will remember it for you. And now you have the CFI Dashboard enabled. You'll notice at the top you'll now have the new button that you can click that will take you to the CFI Dashboard. And at this point the CFI Dashboard will be rather blank because you haven't added any students to the dashboard. Before we add any students, let's talk about the CFI profile. This option will allow you to go and edit your CFI number and your expiration date. You also have the ability to turn on the sign by PIN number. We're going to talk about that in a little bit. Now let's go back to the dashboard, and now we want to add our students to the logbook. There are two different ways to add students to your CFI dashboard. The best way is through the Students tab. You'll notice there's a plus sign up here. If we click this plus sign, we can enter a student's email address and customize the message that we will send to them in the email. Pilot Partner will send an email to the student asking them to join Pilot Partner. This is the preferred way for you to add your student to Pilot Partner because doing it this way ensures that you get credit for the referral bonus for referring this student. Every student that you refer to Pilot Partner will get you a 6-month bonus to your subscription. So if you refer 2 students a year, you will never have to pay for Pilot Partner. And remember, your time banks. So if you refer more than 2 a year to us, it will keep adding extra free time to you. You refer 4 students to us this year, you'll have 2 free years of Pilot Partner. You refer 6 students, you'll have 3 years of Pilot Partner. And it goes on and on and on. The other way that a student can sign up to be a part of your CFI dashboard is when they log a flight. So for this example, let's create a new student account and let's log their first flight. When the student logs their flight, they will have the option to select you as their instructor. They will need to know your email address in order to do this. Once the student has entered their normal information, they click the plus sign to add a new person to their logbook. This is where they will enter your email address, and then Pilot Partner will search the system to see if there is a match by email address. Then your student will select you as a flight instructor and enable CFI access. This is what gives you access to your student's logbook. Once you are added to your student's logbook for this flight, you now have the option to electronically sign. And you can see here that your name is now attached to this flight as the flight instructor with an electronic signature button. And this will allow either you or your student to actually write the remarks and do the electronic signature. But that's not the preferred way to use the Pilot Partner CFI dashboard. By leaving it unsigned, you will have the ability to come back later at the end of the day on your own computer and sign their logbook and allow them to have your signature after the fact. Down there, the student will still be able to put their own notes in and their own remarks. We feel it's very important that the student has the ability to put notes in for their logbook in addition to the flight instructor's notes. Now, let's log out of the student's account and let's log back in using the CFI login credentials. Once we're logged in as the CFI, we can go to the CFI dashboard and you'll see that our student has shown up. And on the right side, there's this area for pinned in signatures. Those are all the flights that you need to provide an electronic signature for. You can go to the student tab and you can see the student's details and you can see the flight and the flight totals for that student. You can go back to the dashboard, and again we've got the ability to do our electronic signature by clicking this button. At this point we can spend the time to type in a detailed remarks field. This allows us to provide more detailed notes to the student than we traditionally would in a paper logbook, because here we can actually type in lengthy notes that would not fit in the little 1-inch spot in a paper logbook. Now comes the time for us to actually sign the logbook using either our mouse or our finger if we're on a mobile device with a touchscreen. Now this flight is electronically signed, and you'll see that it has disappeared from our pinned in list of signatures. If we go look at our student's record, you'll notice that the icon changed from yellow to green. Green means the logbook is signed. And if we click on it, we will be able to actually see the signature with our CFI number and expiration date already there. And include in all the additional information of the flight, including the map of the airports that you flew at with your student. Now let's take a look at the CFI dashboard after we have a few more students added. Here we can see that we have 3 total students and the varying number of hours flown, including the total time and the amount of dual time each student has. We are presented with nice bar graphs to help us visualize this information. And on the right side, you'll see that we have our list of flights that we need to electronically sign. It is best practice to try to sign each of those flights at the end of each day. You can also go and look at individual students, and you can see in their list of flights the yellow icon. The yellow icon indicates that a flight has been tagged as you as the flight instructor, but you have not electronically signed it yet. Once you click on it, you'll be able to see the details of the flight, and you'll see that your name and CFI number with expiration date is already present, but there is no signature yet. In order to do the electronic signature, you would click on it from your dashboard under the pinned in signature items, and you will type in your detailed remarks, and then you would sign with your finger or with your mouse. After you have completed the signature, you'll notice that flight has disappeared from the list, and now you're ready to sign your next one. If you go call up the student's record, you'll see that their yellow icon turned green, indicating that you have electronically signed this flight. And there's your signature with your flight instructor number and expiration date. And this covers the basics of the CFI dashboard and electronically signing your student's logbook. And remember, free bonuses for referring your students so that you will never have to pay for Pilot Partner if you're an active CFI.